Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be for Gemini. This reading is going to be for April 1st through April 14th of 2020. During that time, the moon phase on March 31st, it's going to enter Cancer. It'll leave Cancer and then move into Leo between March 31st and April 2nd. If you're new to my channel, welcome in. Please subscribe, click the bell to receive the notifications. Down in the description box below, you're going to find more information about the reading, as well as my social media links. And if you want a personal reading with me, my email address will be down there, and that's how you can get in contact with me for a personal reading. I also have been doing some artwork today. Sorry, it's there. My Etsy page, you can see my artwork there. I don't really post it too much because I actually sell my art really quickly and sometimes I don't even have time to get it posted, but it will be down in the description box below. So like I said, once again, Gemini, April 1st through the 14th, 2020. We're going to focus not just on love, but we're going to focus on life as well, because I do think that right now is a really, really huge transitional period. I believe that we are moving forward into dimensions, and the frequency waves are very strong right now. We're being pushed and pulled in all kinds of different directions. Nobody's really sure kind of really what's going on, so I'd like to try to bring some guidance that doesn't just pertain to love. If you're single, this can also pertain to you. This is sort of just a general read. If love is something that decides to come out and that is like the focus of the energy, then that's great. And if it's not, then we're going to talk about that too. Okay. So I did pre-shuffle already, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Cross watchers, you are welcome. And if this reading doesn't resonate with you, just take what resonates, leave the rest. It's not going to resonate with everybody because it is just a general reading. So let's see what we have for Gemini, April 1st through the 14th of 2020. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Tower. Okay, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, and that did show up in the reverse. There's an aspect of something. There's something that you've wanted. There's something that was offered to you in some sort of a way, but there's just a blockage. It's not going to come into fruition, whatever it is. If there was a new job that you were seeking, I know a lot of people have unfortunately lost their jobs. You might be struggling financially because of what we have currently going on right now. If this pertains in a love aspect, I feel like there could have been, this is like a denial. This is just a no-go. This is something that it's not very promising. I don't see a very good, solidarity foundation being built off of a card like this. But again, like I said, a lot of you could be struggling. The huge global pandemic that we're going through, you could be hurting, okay? We also have the 10 of Wands in the reverse and then the Magician, okay? So let's talk about this. You have been feeling, or you couldn't feel right now, like burdens, heavy burdens. Like, what are you going to do? I feel like some of you are struggling. You're not really sure. I feel like some of you think that in every direction that you turn, there's just a wall or a blockage. We did have the Tower on the bottom of the deck, so some of you could have really suffered something extremely huge with the situation that we have going right now. Some of you could actually be maybe losing your home, losing your relationship, lost your job, completely lost your job, not just like a layoff or like come back in 30 days. Like, some of you could have really seriously lost a lot from this situation. Now, with the Magician here, I do feel like there's manifestations, okay? So for some of you, like, if you're watching this and this does pertain to you, you're obviously putting in some energy. You're obviously putting in manifestations. This is wonderful. This is good. manifestations don't always happen overnight, unfortunately. And I know when there's times when we need the manifestations, we need them immediately, just like we need relief from what's happening just immediately. You have to remember to trust the process. You have to remember to give it time, and you put out into the frequency what you need and your part, and then you have to allow that to get worked on out into the frequency and into the world. You have to allow other people to do their part in order to make a manifestation come all the way around. Because unfortunately, it's not always just you that brings forth a manifestation. A manifestation sometimes has to go through like several different hands before it can come back around and be given to you. Sorry, but that's just what I'm feeling here very deeply. 10 of Wands in the reverse. You're moving towards a completion. So even though it's hard, it's a lesson. It's not going to be, an easy or a nice completion, but you are moving towards a completion. I do see that Magician card strong here. That seems to be your only hope, is spiritual guidance, maybe meditation. Maybe going out and doing, some type of art or any type of relative situation that can ease your mind from the stress. But I do see you working on it. I see that is in here. I see that. I feel that. I see that even though you like everything else is seriously falling apart, you still are keeping an open mind in the situation, Gemini, and that's very, very good. I really like that in this reading. I feel like that's going to help keep the process moving. Let's go ahead and clarify these cards. Let's see why the Magician is here. This is for Gemini. Eight of Cups. Walking away from a situation. Could be something that you're struggling with. Someone else could also possibly be walking into your life. You could be trying to manifest somebody coming back. Well, Gemini. But this could also be walking away, learning to allow this process, even though this is a hard process, it's going to take you down certain avenues that you don't want to go, allowing in the process. Allowing. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here in the reverse for Gemini? Four of Wands in the reverse, right? Okay, so for some of you, there was a relationship that ended. This was a very, very deep relationship. We're talking probably soulmate energy here. So for some of you, that's your loss. For some of you, you've been trying to manifest having this person come back. Some of you could be getting a divorce right now. It could be that intense that you were married and, situations of like moving out. That could be some of the financial burden as well. Especially if some of you are going through that during this time. That would definitely feel really heavy. Why is the Ten of Wands here in the reverse? This is for Gemini. I had King of Swords come out. So you're allowing the burdens and this heavy, heavy energy to make you kind of have a certain type of stance. A little bit salty. I just want to say, like, you're allowing it to make you a little bit salty. You've got your guard up. You're not really letting anybody in. You're being very strict, very, very sound with your decision making, how you're feeling. Page of Swords is on the bottom of the deck. Some of you could be spying on social media, seeing what your partner is up to, or vice versa. They could be doing that with you. I feel like whoever is trying to do the manifestation of having the partner come back, that's the one that's doing the spying. That's the one that's looking and watching. But then again, they could be looking and watching at your things as well. All right, I'm going to go ahead and see if the tarot has a couple more messages for us. I'm going to use the Kim Kranz Wild Unknown Tarot deck. Let's get a couple more messages. What else does the tarot want to give to a Gemini? What other messages does the tarot want to give to Gemini? April 1st through the 14th of 2020. Eight of Wands, but it is in the reverse. So this is no forward movement. So that there's nothing happening in this situation right now. The situation is stagnant. It's going to stay the way that it is for now. So if you've been trying to manifest the person coming back, it is not going to happen anytime soon. Okay. There's no forward movement. I think you might have to just go through this completion yourself and grow. And like, I'm not saying that there could never be a reconciliation with this person, but I do believe that you're going to have to go through this, and you're going to have to go through all of the emotions, all of the feelings, and you're just going to have to feel it, and you're just going to have to go through it, and it's just going to have to be a part of your lesson in this situation here. All right, let's get one more card for Gemini, April 1st through the 14th, 2020. Yeah, Ten of Swords, it is in the reverse. So somebody was really stabbed in the back. They were. Once again, I mean, we have, you know, we have 2 8s, we have 2 10s. Bottom of the deck, we do have the Emperor. Somebody was stabbed in the back. I just feel like there was some wrongdoing. Somebody did something wrong. Somebody has been sort of smug about it. This could be you or the other person. The energy I'm feeling here with these cards is a little bit dark. And I don't see any forward movement coming in. There's nothing really happening here. Even though you're trying to do this manifestation, like we talked about before, you know, sometimes manifestations, it takes a while for them to come around full circle. And I just don't think that you're ready right now to allow this relationship. I don't think that this relationship's doing very well. I think that this relationship probably needs some time to either grow or to separate and move apart and go separate ways. This looks like this has been really difficult for some of you, and someone has been stabbed in the back, and I don't see a very good happy ending here. So that's what I have for you today, Gemini. I'm going to go ahead and just leave that right there. If this did resonate with you, please leave me a comment below and let me know about it. Like and subscribe this channel. Your support is just wonderful. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.